Hi guys, just thought I'd film the follow-up actually while I had data in my mind and I was kind of thinking about it. So what I wanted to kind of touch on is what you do with the data once you've got it. So obviously if you've done the tutorial and you're happy with that, you've mapped everything on your website that you actually want to track, it's then what you do with it to then kind of measure your kind of business performance. So like how do you set KPIs, that type of thing. Now a lot of times you have to start out with a benchmark, and it is like an industry benchmark. So if you say you're measuring volume of phone calls, form submissions, it's whatever you deem a value against. Now if you're doing e-commerce and you can actually put a monetary value against the conversion, you can do it with leads as well, depending if you know what your average sales rate is. Then you can put a cost against each conversion, and that will allow you to calculate your ROI and ROAS. ROAS is return on ad spend, and ROI is return on investment. So these are different metrics again, which I'll talk about in a second. So collectively, you want to look at your number of conversions. I mean, you can break it down so it's more granular. So as I say, you look at each individual conversion action, and then you want to kind of break it down by channel. So you want to understand where your conversions are coming from. So if you've got 20 form submissions, let's say, in 1 month, then you want to know what channel those have come from. So you want to know, have they come from kind of organic? So if you're doing an SEO campaign, has it come through organic traffic? Has it come from Google ads? Has it come from Facebook ads? Then you can work out things like, if it's paid traffic, what was your kind of cost per conversion? Which again, that's a different thing, and I will go into that at a later stage, but we'll take on the premise of we're just analysing data at the moment. We're not analysing campaigns and the performance of a campaign, because that's where the kind of cost per conversion comes in, and cost per click and that type of thing. But yeah, so if what's my train of thought now? Oh yeah. So it really depends what you want to measure and how you want to measure it, and you've got to break it down on channel. You've got to look at it in a granular basis, because then what you can do is, obviously if one channel performs better than the other, then you double down on it and then you get more leads, and that's basically how you do it. You kind of look at all these different channels. You should never rely on one channel, so you should never just rely on SEO. You should never just rely on Google ads, because things change, and they change dramatically. A lot of the time you're at the mercy of the systems that are running it. So if you've got Facebook, for instance, and all you run is Facebook campaigns, and it's really successful now, who's to say that Facebook doesn't come obsolete in 5 years and your business is out in the cold? This is the problem. Google ads, something changes. There was a recent change actually that I saw quite a bit of upset with around kind of Google shopping campaigns. Google ads forced people to move from Google shopping campaigns to smart ads campaigns, and it had quite a big impact on businesses. I've seen quite a lot of campaigns suffer as a result, just because of the way Google was then treating the ads, because they were presenting the ads in different places online and things like that, and there was a whole raft of different reasons why the performance dropped. It was really based on the type of product. Some went up, don't get me wrong, but some went down at the same time. And my point is that things change, so you can't just rely on one mechanism. You have to have a fallback strategy, and that's why you've got to look at all these different ways of generating traffic to your website and then converting them, and then obviously kind of measuring them to then be able to double down on performance whilst things are working. And that's just a good way of operating, really, from a marketing strategy perspective. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of how you want to kind of look at metrics. In terms of calculating your kind of ROI, basically you want to work out what you're spending. So if you've got a £2,000 SEO retainer, then you want to work out basically how many conversions you're getting for that, and kind of divide it up, really. So you divide number of conversions by your ad spend. That'll give you your ROAS in terms of your return on ad spend, and then you can work it out based on kind of net profitability and things like that, where you can work out what your actual gains are from it, from kind of gross income against net income. So you can actually work out then what your ROI is on it at a kind of net level, or a net level, once you've taken out. I generally work it on the basis of you have a gross, a net, and a net. So your net level, sorry, is literally everything taken out. So that's not just your overheads in terms of kind of physical overheads in like software and kind of rent and office maintenance and that type of thing. This is like with wages as well, so that's kind of what I classify, and literally everything else, so all your taxes, VAT, corporation tax, all the rest of them, that kind of add up to be your complete outgoing, and that gives you like a really true ROI based on the kind of marketing capital you spend. What always tickles me is as soon as a business struggles, the first thing they cut is the marketing budget, which is crazy because that's your lifeblood of your business. If you're not getting leads into your business, then to be honest, you ain't got a business, because you're at the basis of, you're relying on just repeat business and people that are always going to be there, and people are not always there as a client, so you need that flow of leads coming into your business to be able to ensure sustainability. But yeah, I mean that's there is a little bit more to it, and I kind of breezed over some of it really, which I should have gone into a little bit more detail, but I'm conscious I'd like to keep these to like 5 minutes because they are supposed to be digital snippets. If you do have any questions around how to calculate your the marketing ROI and your ROAS and how you actually work out profitability based on your marketing campaigns, then reach out. I've actually got a free calculator which I will put a link actually below the video that you can gain access to. So this is just something I built so you could monitor how profitable your campaigns are, so it's actually pretty useful, and you can see how well across different channels. So if you did like even email marketing, SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, cold outreach, whatever you may do, you can put in the statistics and you can get it'll calculate it for it, so you can kind of monitor and see how well you're doing at a channel level, which is what you should be doing really. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that there for today. Yeah, and enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah. And as I say, the ROI calculator will be below this. Right, cheers, bye bye.